All right, it's unboxing time. Let's do it. All right, so I got a couple packages in the mail today. Figured I'd do a quick unboxing. I knew there were two coming, and both of them came, but they came hours apart. So I'm hitting it up both later this evening here. First, I wanted to ask you, though, I don't know if this is true. I mean, I saw it on the internet, and it's on the internet, so it's true, right? I actually saw it on Facebook, and everything's true on Facebook, right? So something about the post office changed the way that they do things recently to where instead of when they sort the boxes, putting them into a big square box container that get on a pallet that goes onto the truck, that now they're putting everything in bags. And so somebody showed a picture of a box that was curved. I saw that last week, and then this is not one of the ones I'm opening today. This is one I opened the other day. But then I got this in the mail the other day, and you can see how it's got a little curve to it. It's a little hard to see now that I've got it open, but I was kind of concerned because it has a definite curve to the box, so I wasn't sure. The package was fine. This was actually the other day I showed the Messiah albums, and so I was glad to see that they were good. I got this one today, and similar. It's not bad because there is some padding in there, but it's just the way that it looks like it was pressed down. So the second one though is really pretty strong, and so I don't think there's a problem there. So let's get into these. I should have scored them or something first, but these little perforated rip things, they never seem to work. You watch, it's gonna work now. See, look at that. Piece of it tears off. Ugh. All right, so I know what these are. These are limited run vinyl. Obviously I know what they are because the tracking's coming. Now this first one is one that I'm a little late to the game on because I already had it. So I had this before the limited run. It was when it was limited release a while back, but I blame it on people like Scott Waters. Everybody's talking online about how this one is much better. The remastering is much better. The sound is so much better. So I decided to go ahead and repurchase Recon, Behind Enemy Lines. Great band, love them since they first came out. So I have the original one that came out. It was like I don't know, was it the 25th anniversary or something? Anyway, it's been released on CD by Rox every couple years, and slightly different. In this case, it was remastered by Rob Caldwell, whereas the other one was not. So I still have the other one, and I may try to sell it for somebody who wants, to collect that edition. But somebody suggests maybe I should do a side-by-side video, do a sound comparison. Anyway, so yeah, it's as usual very well done. Nothing in there. I believe these are all on this camouflage looking. These packages are so staticky and hard. Well, I guess it's kind of camouflagey, more like a yellow greenish splatter. Yeah, looks nice. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in a plastic bag and then insert it into that. Lay that down carefully. Lyrics, collage. Yeah, great stuff. Can't wait to hear that and do a comparison to the other version I've got. Now these next two was quite a surprise. You know how, well, if you end up buying this limited run vinyl from the people that are doing it, usually you buy them, pre-order them, and then months down the road, it tends to be a few months ahead and then you get them. So obviously in the case of like the Vengeance Rising ones that have been promised for so many months, they were greatly affected by the whole shutdown and everything in California and COVID. But those have been mailed, so those are coming. But this particular one is some of the most recent limited run vinyl orders, and I guess they didn't send the pre-orders out so far in advance. So, I mean, these are like the most recent ones we purchased that just got advertised a couple weeks ago, and they're here already. So, that was exciting. Just make sure there's nothing in here. You never know when there might be a sticker in there. You know, it's funny because in, what was it? One of the recent ones I got, the order came, oh, the Bangalore Choir. And I saw that Dolphin Dale had gotten a sticker with his. And I went, oh, and I went back to my box and took a look in the box to make sure I didn't miss a sticker. And sure enough, a sticker came out. But interestingly enough, it was a Recon sticker. So, anyway, so this time around we have the new remastered Saint reissues. Times in. I already have a copy of this. It's an import version. I may try to turn around and sell that because I don't need that anymore. But it was one of the original releases. This is on 180 gram. And this one I haven't had on vinyl before, and so I was really glad to get Too Late for Living on vinyl. Now these are, you know, two of the. I think this means I've got most everything that Saint has on vinyl now. And these are, if you're not familiar with Saint, they are a band that is, you know, they're a Christian band. They came around in the early 80s. They actually, their first EP album came out around the same time Stryper's first EP did. So they have been around since way back then. They're very, people always often compare them to like Priest because of the studs, and they wear the studs and the armbands and the leather and everything. So they have a Priest-like look. Some of the song, you know, some of their styling is kind of like that, just traditional heavy metal. So they've always been a favorite. Let's see. So that's a nice, pretty. See if you can kind of see that in the light. Kind of a purple. Got the lyrics. Got that. And it kind of goes along with the theme because, you know, the cover has a purple look to it. And then this one is, due to the cover, has a red. Now, one connection I have, a little extra connection I have with Saint is, and I don't know when this happened. This would have been in the, I want to say probably the early 2000s. Saint got back together, kind of a reunion type thing in, what was it, 2003 or 4. They got back together and started doing music. And at that time, and I don't know how it came to happen, but the singer of Saint, Josh Kramer, somehow got a hold of me. Because I was a web designer and he knew I did websites. I don't know how the word got out. I can't remember the story behind that. So I built him a website. It was called saint777.net. It was a Saint type site, but it was more Josh Kramer and what he was doing musically. It had stuff that he's done on the side musically. It said he was writing not audiobooks, but stories, and then reading them type thing. And he was doing a lot of side stuff, plus Saint music. So we had Saint music for sale. We had his music and stuff like that. So the site only recently, like literally in the past 3 or 4 years, I finally just stopped renewing it. He said, yeah, I'm not doing anything with it anymore. So it's red. Last time I talked to him, we used to talk all the time. The last time I talked to him was probably about 2 years ago. I probably started with his number. I should probably check him out, see if I can get him on the get him on the show here, like I've done with other people like Jimmy Brown and stuff. Maybe talk about some of the reissues here. Anyway, great stuff. Red, 180, just so nice. So yeah, the latest in limited run vinyl, and like I said, there are two more sets of limited run vinyl all in the same package coming from Rocks, but it's coming from California, so it's scheduled to be here next Monday. But it's kind of nice to have a flood of this stuff coming all in at one time. So these 3 pieces are really exciting. I can't wait to throw the Saint on. That is the most recent limited run vinyl releases. Hopefully, if you've ordered these, you got yours, or they're coming very soon. And they look great, and I'm sure they sound great. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be back later. Rock on.